Hello and welcome in to the SorareData auction watch for the very first Victor Wembanyama unique card on Sorare. I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Joined today by Mike Zakarian, who is inside of a building, and Keith Jameson, who is inside of a car.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
What's up?
It's good to be back. I'm excited. I got to update my bid right now. We're gonna start pumping this thing.
Get in there. Let's see where we are here. We are currently at $33,362.52, which is just a little over 18.5 ETH. Looks like Bellama had an 18.5 ETH offer, and Wenmoon's max bid is clearly higher than that, and so he got to the top. So 33,000 is where it's been for the last 19 hours. Our expectation over the next 27 minutes and 40 seconds is that it'll go higher, but who knows? We'll see. The bad part of the max bid feature is that it's not as fun for content. I'm going to be completely honest about
Anything
that.
less than fireworks, I'm going to be disappointed.
What do we have any thoughts of like where we think this lands? Like, are we assuming we get another run up like we have in streams past?
So let me, because I pulled this up earlier for myself, and these are like the previous highs, and I tried to sort by price, but for those of you who are eagle-eyed on this, you'll see that the dollar values are not in price order, but they are in ETH order. So if you went on the ETH page, they would all be correct, but for some reason we just do it this way. But anyway, so Giannis is at 187,000. I don't think we get there, but man, that would be fun. But then it's kind of like, where do we go from there? Like Luka was second, Jokic third at 73,000, LeBron 69,000, AD at 62. I mean, it's just such a unicorn card, right? Like, I don't think that there's definitely never been a Sorare card like this. And obviously the expectations for Wembanyama in his career are really high. And pretty much like, we just have never had this situation before. And I've been saying for a while that this card is going to be the most collectible Sorare card ever.
Agreed.
It just becomes how collectible are Sorare cards. But like, is there really another one that you would ever want?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think about it a little bit more. I'm trying to gauge if like the first 2 weeks of the NBA season, if it's created some more excitement around it, or seeing him in regular season action with the very exciting San Antonio Spurs, if that is like tempered expectations a little bit. I can't really wrap my head around it. And I know the question I was going to pose too, like, is there a comp to this on the football side of things? Like,
so it's funny you say that, because there's basically one that's on auction right now.
Okay.
And but it's not quite the same. So Endrick from Palmeiras is a 17-year-old kid. He is already signed with Real Madrid. He's going to Real Madrid in July. He's supposed to be a next big thing.
Okay.
But the expectations for Wemby are so much higher than, and so it's just, I really don't think that there is one. And to even like add to it, the Endrick card, despite him being like listed as 16 on his card, is not considered a rookie card because he's had like multiple professional seasons already. Like this is, I think, the biggest one where it's like, this is a true rookie card, and this is it. And I think really the bigger question is this card more valuable or attractive to own than the draft day card, which we know is technically a rare card, but there's only one. And so where do you put that one in with this one?
I still think it's two separate conversations. Like, because of the utility aspect, like we're on Sorare, it really does come down to collectability is great, but it really does come down to the actual utility of the card. And right now, with where things stand, this card being a unique, being a rookie, like I think it's two separate conversations.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't count it. I don't count the draft day ones. I think it's like a cool gimmick thing they did. Obviously, you can play with it, but to me, that's not like the first one. That was just like a hey, look, we're doing something for the draft, which I do think is cool. I'm not even knocking that, but this to me is I agree with you. This is like a separate conversation.
Laird, I have a really important question I do not know the answer to. Please, for all that's good, tell me that that's 3D.
No.
Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Unique all the way because I can spin it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, you got to think.
It failed the spin test.
And now if 3D gives you like an extra 3% boost, then I'm like, I'm really in on that.
Mike, we gotta get you over to the dark side.
We're 3D only.
Too, we do it in soccer. We love spinning it. We can't even like pretend like we're spinning a basketball.
Yeah,
like
No, you're absolutely right. I think that's the only thing that's been holding the product back. Like I think once you can spin, and let's not stop there. I should be able to hover over like the plus 45% above Victor Wembanyama's name. We should be able to spin that too. We should be able to 3D everything.
Well, just remember, you're going to be able to, if it's not on the app already, you can go to dinner with Victor's card. Like you can have a candlelight dinner. You can have some nice wine out, find your best place in the city, Mike. You and Victor's unique card. I mean, am I getting you into this auction yet?
I'm in. All right. Here, let me pose another question. So if this because I think I saw somebody tweet something out that it was like 67,000. Is that like the most expensive Wemby card right now?
Oh, Wemby, yeah. That's what the internet has told me.
Yeah, the internet's undefeated. If this surpasses 67, do you think it is considered like the widely as like the rarest or the most expensive? I mean, obviously, be most expensive, the most collectible Wemby.
Yeah. I mean, surely anyone who thinks NFTs or something will say that, for sure.
Yeah.
And there will be very little. It's the top digital collectible. It's just like, oh yeah, here's the most expensive card, and someone's like, well, you'll get the whole like, oh, now I own it, people. But like, yeah, I think it absolutely will be. And
you know who will claim that, and I'm so proud of him for doing that. Mr. Nicholas Julia.
Yeah, they've been tweeting some
I love it.
Some money signs recently, which I felt like that wasn't something. It felt like early on in the space everybody was doing that, and then people were like, "Hey, we gotta chill out."
I think part of that is because of the comparisons to physical cards at this point. That I think that. Not that anyone knows how much physical cards are actually worth. Like, I feel like every time I'm like, hey, how much is it? And someone's like, well, you can get it on eBay for $25,000. And you're like, oh, is that a good price? And everyone's like, maybe. So at least this one, we know, you'll know what other uniques are priced at. But obviously you're not going to be you won't have another Wemby unique.
Right.
But I don't know. I really struggle to see if you think that at some point these will be collectible, a more collectible card that they'll ever make. I mean, obviously more players can come about, but like the hype around Wemby it's unmatched since LeBron, and we obviously don't have a LeBron rookie.
Right.
And I don't know. I do have this thought.
Do you think it matters? Do you guys consider it mattering at all with Sorare being French and Victor being the most acclaimed French player ever? Like, do you think that attracts any more potential guys to this auction?
No.
I froze, but I'm going to agree with Andrew.
He was asking if Sorare being a French company and Wembanyama being French, does that matter? And does that possibly bring in somebody who may not normally be interested in this card?
If he tattoos Sorare on like his Adam's apple, Wemby, I'm talking about, then I think that really moves the needle a little bit. No, I think those are all things that help people that already believe in it get excited. Like I think back to like Michael Carter Williams was like gonna wear some sneakers that had like an NFT on the side of the shoe. It was a baller. and everyone was like, dude, they're actually in the game. And it's like, that's only making people excited, like that already have it excited, you know? And I think it's kind of similar. Like, yeah, it's a cool connection. Like maybe Wemby will have a pretty good relationship with Sorare, which is like long-term a good thing. But I love the idea of Jean-Paul Pierre just being like, I hate sports, but man, I love France. So I gotta get in there on this Wemby card.
So real quick, because I did not hear anything about this Michael Carter Williams. Can I talk to whatever company that was in their marketing department? Could you find a less exciting player than Michael Carter?
And then he cut out. I love that.
This is I just want to hop into the chat for a quick second because everybody is commenting is that how we could slander Rudy Gobert and Tony Parker, saying that this is the most important French NBA player. But speaking of the chat, thank you to everybody for joining us. If you could please, like and subscribe. Courtside here said they like the draft card better than for collectability. And
Courtside famously a suit guy. He really likes suits, and to see Wemby in a suit, I mean,
it's the first one. I don't know. I love it.
Oh, again, I'm not trying to slander it. I like the card. I'm just saying I do think the unique is more.
Laird, what was your original prediction on this card on the stream with Maxime?
For the Wemby?
The draft day card. Yeah.
Oh, the draft day card?
Yeah. Way too high.
It was way too high, whatever it was.
2.4 million.
It was
Laird, my point is
it went for almost $19,000 though.
Yeah. But Laird's ready to double down on that just to be more right. He's like, that card should have gone for easily 6 times more.
No, Courtside's totally right about this. There will be more uniques. There will never be another draft card.
But there'll never be a unique with an RC on it either.
That's fair.
But I know I've hammered it on this show before. This only becomes a collectible if the game is the best game that's out there. And if for me using that logic, the unique is far more valuable than a draft day because of the utility aspect. Like the game piece of it is more valuable than the rare.
So I totally agree on that point. But are we getting to a point with cards like this, and there are really not that many of them, that without the game, does it still hold value?
I mean, I guess not for me.
No, I mean, I just don't think that this is the platform for that. Not the way that it's been spun.
And I think there is a big population of the people who play it that disagree with that. I think that's fine too. But like for me, the thing that gets me excited about it is making lineups and trying to beat other people with those lineups. So that's kind of, that's what moves the needle for me.
So what are the odds that Wemby turns out to be this like phenomenal fantasy basketball player, but not the best player in the world in real life, which I feel like is the ceiling here?
Like Russell Westbrook?
Maybe a 7'4" Russell Westbrook.
I mean, here's the thing on Wemby. For the Sorare Matrix, he could literally be that guy that is number one because of the blocks. Like
blocks
the early NBA, like I do love NBA like analytics pods and things like that. Is the early reports are like everything he's doing in shot contesting, the blocks, just his arms sticking out into passing lanes for steals, like that stuff could really rack up points. Now he's probably going to be limited minutes wise a lot of the season is the prediction, but when he's like back to kind of like a normal load, if he's going to get like 30 minutes, I mean, he could be like a 55 to 65 type of guy.
Yeah, it does. It really feels like his floor is that, right? Like his floor is, 4.5 blocks and steals a game and like 16 and 11, and that right there is a really good fantasy performance. And that's if his offensive game doesn't expand at all. And if it does, then all of a sudden you're looking at like, 20, he's basically like Anthony Davis, but with more blocks and steals, like what Anthony Davis is doing right now. Well, it's like 27 and 14. and he's just going to do it all the time.
Is he more Anthony Davis or Giannis? The only reason I say that because like he's so skinny, Wemby, and Anthony Davis has never been that skinny.
Yeah, he feels so different than both of them.
That's fair.
You know, the handle is so crazy. The fact that he's able to do what he does with his handle, but yeah, a little bit of both of them, I guess.
Yeah, well, and he actually has the range that young AD had too, and that Giannis just has never had. And I hope to God that Giannis just stops trying at this point and just embraces himself.
I know. There's somebody that tunes into our show all the time that always just yells, Giannis has absolutely no bag. And I was like, all right, relax. I mean, Giannis is still really, really good. And now every time I watch it, I'm like, man, you're right. He kind of doesn't have a bag.
So speaking of bags, we had a tweet recently about the most expensive auctions ever on Sorare. And Giannis was number 2 behind Mbappe.
Wow.
And right now, what did we say Wemby is? 33,362. So like right now, he would be 21st of the most expensive. Oh, sorry, this is not ever. This is the past year, which I imagine is probably, well, maybe not. It's definitely not all time, just the past year. So,
wow.
I mean, you can see at least in the top, there are a number of NBA cards. All of them are from last year. And I think that we're at a point where there aren't like 10 people who have joined the platform that are ready to spend this much money on a unique. But again, I think this is like the unique of uniques.
Right.
And so I feel like we had this conversation in every one of like the big auction launches. Like when we had the Hallen one that I think it closed at like 640,000, 650,000.
Wow.
That he was the type of player that like somebody who is just brand new and is like, oh, I'm really rich. I like JPEGs. I'm going to buy that one. And it didn't really happen. And it's basically never happened. Is this the time it happens?
I mean, if that's true, it needs to start happening in the next 11 minutes.
So I was actually going to ask them. So what do you guys? I actually don't want to ask price prediction. I want to ask, what price do we go here and go? Ugh, that was rough.
$33,362.
Yeah, there you go.
Fair enough. Like, is 50? If it gets to 50, if it ends at 50, I'm probably apt to be disappointed.
That's what I was just going to say. 52.
And then
if it gets to 100, I'm like beyond excited. I'm telling Andy Black to go ahead and put his down payment on his yacht.
So like, is 50,000 where we're like, wow, that's a steal, or is it just like,
I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm more apt to go 50,000. The Wemby went with some of the. I think the timing of this was perfect. I had told you and Hooper, what was it, 6 months ago, because of how badly I'll just say it here, how badly Sorare NBA screwed up the uniques last year.
Oh my God! You remember it was the
end of the season?
Yeah.
Jokic hadn't been auctioned. Embiid hadn't been auctioned. We're just sitting here like, what the hell are you doing? They nailed it on this one. They got Wemby out.
Yeah.
Top hype, not injured. That was like my biggest concern, like with the Chet Holmgren type of thing happening.
Right.
So I think they hit it right. But if he doesn't really like announce like this is like the perfect timing for this to happen. If you don't have that umph, I'm kind of worried for the rest of the season. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Or I'm worried about like a hype of like a big auction or some big like price tags the rest of the season if this one doesn't kind of set the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't balloon here in the next few minutes, I agree. Because I can't imagine we're going to have, because he's already like a solid fantasy performer now. Like if you just take out all of the other like unique things about Wemby, right? He's already solid. So if this isn't going to go up, then like when, the next like Jokic comes out or Luka, even though they obviously are performing at a higher level right now, it would be hard to see it eclipsing that.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you think goes for more? Here's another one for you. What goes for more, Jokic or Wemby?
I would have guessed Wemby.
I would, yeah. I really struggle to see the justification for any card being more valuable than this one.
Agreed. So this really becomes the standard for like the rest of the season's unique kind of market.
I was looking up the uniques of the two guys who are competing for this, Wembanyama and Bellama. Bellama is, has a few good ones here.
Yeah. And I know AJ.
Indeed.
AJ has
pretty much has all the ones you would want, along with Wembanyama, who, from a unique standpoint, is obviously trailing here.
Yep.
And I think actually, and Max was the one who won Giannis. There's Giannis right there. Giannis, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, some decent. There's Rudy Gobert, another Frenchman.
Kind of
a little French stack. Just bought the Murray.
And Max is the one that's leading right now?
No, Max has not bid yet.
No, AJ is winning right now.
All right, I gotta imagine Max is entering the chat here.
Yeah, so. You would think. I think Bellama is the guy I'm expecting to win.
Yeah,
because he's been like by far the
because he wins everything else.
Yeah. What's that?
Because he wins everything else.
Yeah, well, and he's made it publicly clear. He's very, very, very bullish on the platform, like, and specifically sort of NBA bullish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if like the publicly most bullish guy doesn't have the most awesome card, that doesn't seem right. Come on, Bellama, prove me right.
I know this is kind of nuts. I guess this probably happened with LeBron too, where it really was the last 5 minutes.
Well, yeah,
Jude, Laird, last week Jude wasn't until the last 2 minutes either, right?
There's very little incentive to show your hand until late.
Yeah.
And so, and Wembanyama particularly is a classic. Used to be, I don't know if they still are. Used to be a classic, like 1 second left bidder, and I think they've literally lost cards because of it. You know, like the thing doesn't go through, and it's like, oh, you lost it. But so I'm expecting more bids.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
So do we dare to go into predictions?
I think at what point are you like really pumped?
I'm pumped 100K. I'm literally starting up my car and I'm going to go there's a lake behind me and I'm just going to go do some, I'm not that kind of like rally driver, but if I can figure out how to do the cool tire stuff in the parking lot, I will try to make it happen. Guys, I'll get my wife to videotape us.
We just got a big jump here. Big jump.
Whoa!
So almost had 6'9", we were very close. But there we go.
Thank you for that. So my two favorite things about this, Bellama went up to 68,998.36, which was 38.261 ETH. So Wembanyama's max bid is higher than that because he automatically got. So we don't know if his is at 40, if it's at, we don't know. So
can I make a note?
You just got excited, didn't you?
In the
you
chat,
were like, 100,000. I'll get excited. When we get to 69, you're like, let's go.
Laird, real quick. In chat, somebody mentioned about new Mega Whale. Is there any chance at all? So we know a Battleborn has made a return appearance in football and is going crazy in buying right now. Could he show up?
Ooh.
Of course.
If he shows up
rich
in the next minute, you will get really excited.
Yeah. Sure. I just don't think. I think it's unlikely. That's all.
Do we think this bid was specific to just get over the 67K mark? To be like, this is now the most expensive collectible.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Thank you, Mike.
I do like that conspiracy a little bit. But yeah, I think this is right. Like a Battleborn has 0 and basketball cards.
But he's been gone. Didn't he go?
It's a weird. I guess it's not a weird first card to buy, but
it's announcing your presence with authority.
There
Right.
you go.
Right.
I'm hoping he's listening, and I'm just like poking him a little bit.
How do you feel about somebody buying this card and then disappearing?
I love it. Power move. Like no one else can have it. It's mine, and you just have to watch it. I'm gonna treat it like a collectible. This isn't a game; it's a collectible.
Right.
I'm gonna put it in one of those display cases that shows a digital image. And then
That's exactly what I'm. Oh,
here we go.
Ooh,
Let's
that's a
break
new
100.
Mr.
we have a new one.
U069. Whoa. Mr. U069. Do they have any cards? Oh,
Is
they got
that
plenty.
Black Spurner? Is that Black Spurner? No.
Oh, I thought they had no cards for a second.
I did. Yeah, no
They have
football
no
cards.
unique?
So they have
No.
plenty of
Oh, no, you
cards.
do have some uniques.
However, AJ's max bid is over 40 because he's now at 40.8389, 73,647. We've got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Wow.
Wonderwall said, let's be real. It's one of the same usual suspects winning. Nobody is buying it and disappearing. But I mean, Mr. U069 here. I mean, Franz Wagner is the top unique they have now. Plenty of really nice super rares, though.
I love Alex Hooper in the chat as Sorare FP. The Sengun avatar means he's sharp.
He's a basketball hipster.
All right. So just over 2 minutes
Well, we're
left.
not in the depressing zone.
Right. This is
Do you
good.
guys both agree that we're not depressed?
No, this is good. We're in a very comfortable, and if we get another 27,000, we shirts off. Everybody's excited.
and I was corrected in chat. I'm doing donuts, right? I'm doing donuts.
Yeah.
In my toy. Can you do donuts in a Toyota hybrid? Just asking for a guy.
He's only asking for a guy who's live streaming right now from his car. There's only one way to find out. So 73,000 gets us 73. What do we got? 600. So it's now more than Jokic, but still less than Doncic. Actually, I don't know why I don't just use this list. Here we go. So right here, it would be 10th highest, right? No, 73. Excuse me. 8th highest.
And Mike, just so you're aware, if you go back to that screen, Laird, AJ bought that Jude last week.
Oh. Wow. All right, AJ.
AJ comes to play.
All right, we got a minute to go here.
We've got 1 minute. It's mostly whether Mr. U069 or Bellama want to keep going.
I feel like it's Bellama at this point. That's going to be the one that pushes AJ.
I'm totally in the whole, like, if you're going to spend, there we go.
Oh,
Mr.
my God, here
U.
we go.
And now
There
that's
Mr. U. Let's go, Mr. U.
76,593, 42.4725. So that's higher than AJ's max bid.
Wow.
Wow. It's over 100. Come on now. What's another $24,000?
So, well, that's what I was saying. Like 24,000. The way I was looking is like, if you're going to spend 68, YNWA coming in.
Wow.
Owner of the original Victor Wembanyama.
Wow. Gotta have them all.
Gotta have them all. Love that move.
Wow.
I was just about to say, I feel like if you're like, if I'm going to spend 68,000, why wouldn't I just spend 73,000? But
exactly.
we're now just
and
under.
If I'm going to spend 79, what's 90?
Right. It's not real money. It's crypto. Wow. 83.
Oh, Mr. U. Just the max bid. Max bid
is Mr. U going to be like a new shark or like a whale? Is he a new whale? I mean, I know he has a big gallery, but this is like making an appearance.
I would love for YNWA to win this and then immediately do a Twitter thread about what's wrong with the unique auctions. The man
well said, Mr. U069 is a lovely German guy.
Yeah, we love.
I will agree with you if he wants to bid 100,000. I will consider him the most lovely German guy.
Yeah, he could be the top German guy. Yeah. All right, we got 18 seconds left. YNWA still at the top here. 83,692 spots.
And here comes the moment that we're like worrying if we should be refreshing the screen if it actually
88.
Wait, we did 88.
Let's go.
So
come on.
do we think that YNWA's max bid is 50? Because he's at 49.32. So the next bid, which is we just got the 50th bid, 88,944. That's so much money.
Do we think AJ's at work?
100.
Like, is he in a meeting?
I think there's a possibility AJ was like, that's my max and I'm sure I'll win. And then he's going to come back later and be like, oh no.
So if you do that, do you actually go for a walk, smell the roses, be like, I wonder if I'm 100K?
There's another one. There we go. 92,500, 51.29. So YNWA's max bid, more than 50, we find out. Mr. U069 and YNWA, neither of whom were on the early bids.
Right. I'm surprised by this.
This is
going over 100 for sure.
For what it's worth, I had 75 as my prediction and was going to be thrilled if it hit 75. So we're just in the money now.
I'm with Alex here. Just rip the 100K Band-Aid off.
Yes.
Just do it. If you liked it at 80, at 92, 390, you'll love it at 100,000.
Come on, Mr. Lovely German guy.
Did that bid just go down? I thought we were at 95,000. No?
No, it was
Stupid Fiat.
I think it was 92. And
okay. Well, there you go.
Oh my god.
96.
96,743.
Come on,
Again,
just do a
max
comma
bid.
bid. What's another 4,000, guys? Come on.
Nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
I mean, it's nothing once you spent 96. It's just a tax.
Right. Go 4%. 4% higher. Just do it.
I mean, can you imagine flexing and being like, I bought this NFT for 96,000 when I could have paid 100?
On an auto
Right?
bid, no less. Yeah.
Yeah, just do it for
Vita, that's right. Auto bids on fire. Everyone's over is like, thank God that's working.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick. SoRare's new studios are going to be wild. Yeah, I'm looking forward to studio upgrades. That's great. 100! Let's go, bang! Wow. All right, hit 200, you pussies.
Again, max bid again.
Wow.
Keith, are you going to have to set up a camera outside your car while you do the donuts, or what are you doing here?
I don't know.
Yeah. He's like, oh my God, I didn't think this was going to come through.
That was a joke,
right,
guys. I'm worried I'm going to end up in the lake.
Where are we here? So 101,000. So this is now the fourth most expensive card of the year.
Wow.
Oh, here's Wen Moon.
AJ, thank you for the early fireworks.
Respect, AJ.
I'm hoping that's a GG, and then all of a sudden another bid comes in.
Can you imagine?
Yes, I can.
Is this it?
Nope.
No, we're higher.
No, it is not. 106,089. Still max bid.
This honestly, if you guys ever played online poker, this reminds me of like clickbacks, like where someone would bet 40 and it's the person immediately makes it 80. Like that's what this is right now. It's like bid, max bid. Like Mr. You can't even enjoy bidding because it's immediately being like, welcome back to second place.
Even the 1 second of thinking that you were at the top. 20 seconds left to find out if Mr. U069 is willing to spend more than $106,089.
110.
And the answer is yes. And YNWA is going higher. We are at $110,333. 61.182 ETH.
Wow.
I'm shocked.
Meek said it's weird that nobody else is entering. There's only a handful of people who can have this, can do this. This is what happens. This is how they work. Yeah. You just need two people to just go nuts.
Wow.
Oh my God.
110,333. Just... And still max bid. Man, oh man. Mike Basson's guessing he's 6'9", spot 6'9" ETH is the max.
It's in play.
12 seconds left. I mean, if you liked it at 93, how do you not like it at 113?
Yeah, no, these are big boy numbers now. Is that it?
You never know. Here's the last.
Yeah, you never know. That is it.
There it is.
Wow. YNWA?
Congrats, Mark.
$110,199.79, 61.182 ETH.
Wow.
So, honest question: do you, when you get this type of card and you spend that, like, let's say that Mark's saying there, you wanted to get it for 90, but you get it. Do you go yes, or do you go, oh man, I got caught up with myself?
No, there's no looking back. There's no
Yeah,
looking
it's
back.
you're all in. Yeah. Man.
What was the final number?
110, 199.
Wow.
But
That's crazy.
he's the official Wemby collector.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Mad respect there, though.
Wow.
How about this? You can't spell Wembanyama without YNWA.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Brilliant.
That is
That's fantastic.
well done. I agree, Tug here. Can't wait for donut time later.
Yeah.
ZM Star said, Mr. You can now go get an entire unique gallery for what he almost paid. Which is pretty fair. I think these are the two most collectible cards in the history of Sorare right here.
Now, do we think this is going to be more expensive or less expensive than one of Wemby's 4,000 Top Shot debuts? I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, we'll stream that too.
Yeah.
Can we just real quick look? Can we go back to Mark's NBA gallery though? I'm genuinely curious. I just want to see what he's lining this card up with. So,
well, he's not doing it with the other Wemby, obviously. Let's see.
Wow. Was he DeJounte, right? Didn't he have
okay, so okay. Jordan Poole.
Oh yeah, God.
Mike, you haven't been on our little side chat with Hoop, but man, my disdain for Jordan Poole is like at an all-time high.
I'm sure it's growing each and every bricked 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Does he get an assist for throwing it off the backboard last night down 25 on that dunk?
I don't think you do, actually. I don't think you do. Anyway,
that's a nice gallery though.
Does Jalen Williams really stick out on that top line to anyone else? Or is it just the drop off?
Like, I think Jalen Williams is really good.
Yeah. I love
Jalen's just really good.
But
a lot of mouths to feed over in OKC.
$15,000 good.
I mean, compared to DeAndre Ayton at 14,000, Town. Oh, I guess. I mean,
Towns yeah. The best. My favorite is looking at Bellamaz and the absolute steals that he got. Like Jamal Murray at 73, but
or Paul George.
Paul George at 6,400.
Just remember when Bellamaz won the Lillard
Steph
one.
Curry.
Like,
oh no, it was Lillard. Wasn't Steph too cheap though too?
The Dame one, right? Wasn't that egregious?
The Dame, yeah, but
Curry
Steph
at 11,000.
Wow.
And
Dame... look between Steph and Dame Lillard.
Yeah. Wow.
Dylan Brooks.
Oh, Brooks. Yeah, Jalen Duren. That's another one. That's looking like a steal.
Oh, I love that card.
Wow.
Man.
Only in Sorare, by the way, do you have that comment right here. Duren for $7,000. That ain't bad.
Dude, I didn't steal.
Lillard for 9,900. He stole that one.
Well, and I'm glad. So the same person, there he is. There's YNWA in the chat right there. Congratulations, sir.
Great job, Mark.
He owns both of those, right? Both of those Wembys?
Yep.
Yes.
So now we don't.
Collector.
That conversation's dead now. We don't
It's
have
just
to worry about which one's more valuable because either way, he wins.
Yeah. There is a nice bit of closure to that for me, to be honest, with those two. Yeah, congratulations, Mark. That's a lot of money. I mean, those are really cool cards, though. Yeah, enjoy your
Mark. Don't you have some Liverpool away version cards to go get now? You a little late.
I don't think there's any of those that are worth
not worth
missing
the
out on this Wemby card for.
So fun.
That's sick. Well done.
Where did the other Wemby cards go? Like the one-ofs.
I remember the first limited went for like 3,000, right?
Is that what it was? 65. Oh, Zima.
Wow. Great comment from YNWA.
So we got 6,500 for the limited, 18 grand for the rare, which is obviously the draft edition, and then we don't have a super rare yet, but 220,000. That doesn't. That's not right. Oh,
Laird,
that's
I did not
list
know
that
this.
card already, Mark. Is that why that says that?
I forgot Zima bought the limited.
Oh no, he didn't. I don't know why that's there. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, only 3,200. Excuse me. Only.
Very cool.
A few days ago. Nice card though.
Yeah. Crazy.
Zara, would you have been in this? He's French. Man.
That was an awesome one.
Yeah, that was fun.
That surpassed expectations.
I mean, sure, like we were like doing the whole like Debbie Downer thing, like, yeah, we'd be happy at 70, I guess.
Yeah.
But even Laird, even this reminded me though of like some of the really good auctions we've seen where there's a lot of back and forth and there's a lot of it. Are we like the Giannis one, right?
The Giannis one was crazy.
That one
was
away.
crazy. I felt like that here. I really did. That was awesome.
It was actually YNWA also with that Haaland one that came out of nowhere. And wait, I was looking for this card. Where a few people were bidding, and then all of a sudden he came in and bid on it. This Max one, 187. Who else was involved? Oh, it was Max and Bellama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fun. That was fun. Oh yeah, I'm back to the.
Oh, there you go. Mark said his max bid.
61.888 was Mark's max bid.
And where did we get on ETH on it? I know the dollar, but where did we get on ETH?
It's over 60, wasn't it?
61.182. So that was it. Like he couldn't. I mean, he obviously could have gone higher, just not with his max bid.
Wow. Yeah, Mr. U must be just killing himself now that he knows that.
Well, that was the little bit of wrench just turned there for Mr. U.
Yeah.
Well done, Mark.
Well done indeed. We got anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So first off, congratulations, YNWA, on your brand new Victor Wembanyama rookie unique card. I think you have the two best cards on the platform right now. So congratulations to you on that. Thank you to everybody for joining. If you're looking for more Sorare NBA content, you just have to look at this guy right below me in here. Mike Zakarian from Team Hold. Mike, what is your schedule these days for Sorare NBA?
It's busy. I'm going to drop a link in the chat too. So if you guys haven't checked out over at Team Hold, go over there. But for Sorare specific, we do a live before lock show Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We usually have a guest. We do like projections, injury news, and then we give something away towards the end as well. So that's Sorare specific. Sometimes we do a one-off like value hunting type show as well, and then we do a morning show Monday through Friday at 9. That's just NBA focused. Sometimes we talk about Sorare, but it's mostly just kind of staying up to date with everything that happened the night before, and it's real degenerate energy. It's a lot of like best ball talk and daily talk and stuff like that. So yeah, come
cool.
hang.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for joining. Again, go to the Team Hold YouTube channel for more Sorare NBA content, and we'll see you guys around.